Huh? Oh, New Game Plus, see? You keep on playing the game until you die from old age. See? Finally, near the end of the game, holy damage paid itself off. So this is the build that you do in order to have an easy time in the game. Holy build. And you just reduce the cost of your spells until they're almost zero. Our victory over Garruk was a great step forward for us. Unfortunately, the demons continue to roam the land. Our next step is to vanquish the remnants of Garruk's army and pave our way for civilization to prosper again. Sadly, Garruk's death doesn't mean demons made any weaker. Moreover, we have to prepare for any threat that might emerge. And there's a mission I'd like you to carry out because I, Real, or Lisa simply couldn't carry it. What's the mission, ma'am? You see, I did mention that my predecessor was a woman named Carla, right? She was a skilled commander, beloved and cherished by all of us. However, she pledged herself to Demon's cause, and shortly after, Garruk began his genocidal campaign. But what about someone so amazing? But why would someone so amazing betray us like that? There's got to be a reason. That was our fault. We made Carla went down the dark path. BBC? I don't get it. I wanted to vanquish Carla, free her from the suffering of being a demon. I'm sorry to bother with something we didn't have guts to do ourselves. If you're not uncomfortable about the details, then I won't press. But this Carla person must be important, that's why nobody wants to fight her, right? We're sorry to burden you with such a selfish request. Come on now. We've been comrade in arms for a while now. Literally tied behind my back. No reason for me to turn down this request, so where can I find Carla? I don't think she's settled in one place for long. We can't pinpoint her location, but there are reports of someone matching Carla's description around the goblin's lair. Okay. You should begin your search there, and where's Goblin's lair? Man, shut the fuck up with your verbal diarrhea, honestly. By the way, did I pick up Garruk's items? No, I didn't. Excellent. Well, you know what time it is. I have to go between maps. Just walking. One-shotting level 5 wasps. Am I gonna max out my character? Fuck no. God, I'm not gonna lie, that 20% reduction cooldown would be really good. Alright, I didn't realize this, but I didn't realize this. The game actually stopped spawning these things, right? That you can break and use them? Like to pick up potions and stuff. The game actually stopped spawning them halfway through. Ah, this is how you do it. Diary of Carla, first entry. I know my decision must have pissed Carla. Carla is talking about herself in third person. I know my decision must have pissed Carla off because I'm Carla very badly. But this is the best solution I can think of. Ever since Garruk has arrived, I noticed that he never ever attacked us first. However, because we're oppressed by the Elder Fiends for millennia, I can understand why the arrival of a new demon puts everyone on edge. Although we've never met, we already assumed that he must be evil and so we attacked. Therefore, I'll meet Garruk and see with my own eyes if he's truly a despicable demon lord. If I don't make it back, then I'll leave the rest to you, my beloved elder sister Carly. Huh? What? Okay, developer, can you like separate names? Is that too hard? See, Carly. Too bad she's not an I. Can I run faster? No, I can use cheat engine to go faster, but I don't feel like it. The game has a lot of half-baked ideas. Yeah, it does. I'll say everything later. In the meantime, this is gonna be a lot of just... There's gonna be a lot of just going from place to place because the waypoints are completely useless in the game. Because the way, what they call it, the quest log, that is not even a quest log somehow, they made it worse than Skyrim. Doesn't bother explaining anything. Do you drop Mystic Horns? No, you do not. Right, what am I doing trying to farm? Don't farm, there's no point. What am I gonna get, like an extra cast speed? That's it. I mean, 20% over like 10 seconds is 2, right? That is actually huge. Okay, do I have one question? First of all, all these random enemies are with Garruk. Okay, we're making the Garruk to be like the tragic somebody that suffered from humanity's hand. But I just want to point this out. Maybe abusing women is not an excuse. I'm sorry. Did the developer just add an extension to the story, which is like, it's fine to abuse women? It's fine to abuse women because they attacked us first? You can't be the victim of your story if you start with sexual abuse. Day of Carly. By peacefully approaching Garruk, I've learned that he's not the most terrifying demon lord everyone made out to be. He's not the terrifying lord that he had turned out to be. On the contrary, he's much more humane than expected. We've discussed a lot of topics and I've learned many things I didn't know before. Garrok told me that the world he came from was peaceful, but it was sadly a world plagued by social inequality, such as abusing women. There he was undesirable, driven to a dark room where he wasted away his life until he was summoned to this world. He meant to use his opportunity to start over. At first he was surprised to be surrounded by demons who swore loyalty to him. Okay, just because the Nazis adopted you doesn't mean you have to adopt them. Eventually he desired to explore the world. He craved for friends and companionship. When he met another human, he was overjoyed. That person, however, was terrified and attacked him. All pleas fell on deaf ears. I feel like a powerful person like that can just grab you with skeleton hands, you know? He could just grab with skeleton hands and be like, stop hitting me, let's talk. I don't feel like this is a problem at all. And by accident, he took the man's life. Oh, it was... No, then he's a murderer. He killed a man. That's like killing a polar bear by mistake in this world, you know? It's a rarity. That event traumatized him badly. Soon enough, the human relentlessly attacked his place, one group after another. And so he was forced to slaughter so many, as if he were forced to embrace the role of a demon lord. Carly. Man, Carly, shut the fuck up, you stupid slut. You know you want the demon cock. That's what you're craving, the bad boy cock. Typical Carlys. Oh, he's a misunderstood spirit. I can't wait till he just ravages my loins with his bad boy, you know. This is the twilight of abuse. I mean, Twilight was already abusing society, but still. I mean, you just killed a man! In this world, a man is a rarity. They're like extinct. This guy, okay, if we consider the time frame, let us sink in for a minute. If we consider the time frame, he basically arrived in this world as that, whatever he looked like. And apparently, you know, like people got scared, he accidentally killed a man, you know, which is a rarity in the society. Listen, people get mad if you kill deers, you know, deers are pests and they're like overpopulated. There's even a lack of like proper wolves killing deers nowadays. Deers are assholes, they carry diseases, and people still get mad when like they get, you know, you're allowed to hunt them once a year. I mean, deers also know how to bite worse than a horse. So if people get mad, what, you think you kill, like killing the most precious resource in the world, a man's seed, is kosher? Also, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a dick move when the demons literally joined up with you. I mean, you know, maybe like one of the first rules you should have put down was don't abuse women. I mean, what in your world abusing women was fine, so it's fine over here? Or maybe he knows the people's darkest desire. Do you think he does a Lucifer on them? He's like, what is your darkest desire? And all the girls were like, yes, please violate us. Carly, entry 3. I spent some time with Garrok. At first, the demon loathed my presence, but Garrok pacified them and warmly welcomed me as a guest. We spent so much time together. Oh la la, Garrok even disguised himself to travel with me once. Haha. I'm sorry, did you just write down laughs in your diary? Cut content, what can I say? I showed him many interesting positions, I mean places where civilization used to prosper. It'd be nice, I lamented, if someday human and demon kind can share a peace together and restore the big, long, hard, I mean the lost beautiful civilization. Garrok himself also wished to share this knowledge and innovation he brought from his world to improve this one. At this point, we realized how compatible we were. Sure. Man, you can't believe what's happening down there. It's like a torrent. You know, a torrent. And now we just walk all the way back because I don't know where I'm going again. What am I farming? I'm not. Shut the fuck, man. What am I farming? I'm just going from place to place because the game is terrible at showing me where I need to go. If you tell people you watch like the... Hold on, let me read this before I complain about anime. Diary, first entry, all the way here? Or maybe the developer misplaced them. I've received a grim reminder about my sister, Carly. Oh, this time it's Carla's journal. See what happens when you put in the same name developer? What are you, Game of Thrones? She went back to the city and cheerfully shared her story about Garrok with the people just like what she had told me. Unfortunately, news was not a message of peace it should have been. Rather, everyone thought Carly has become a demon or brainwashed them. But some howled in anger, cited atrocities done by the demon and refused to forget their vengeance. The angry mob drove her away. But Carly, she didn't give up. She later returned with a demon envoy to Garrok as a gesture of sincerity. Unfortunately, the sight only drove the people to extreme fear and Carly was denounced as a traitor to humankind. Both of them were hanged, and their heads were sent back to Grok, just like what the demons did in the past. My world was shattered to pieces. We siblings dedicated ourselves for humanity. Is this how we should be repaid? I'm guilty for being unable to stop these people. Disappointed, angered, vengeful. I wandered aimlessly as if the spirits had left my body, and before I knew it, I stood before Grok's fortress. I decided to enter it just so I can see him, and when our eyes met, I knew our feelings are one and the same. Regret. Carla. What has humanity done? Truly, racism is the worst. You see, children, racism is bad. A girl can't fuck a demon in peace nowadays. That big, long, murderous shaft churning her insides. I feel like there is a lot here that is missing, you know? This is why you don't trust politics. I feel like, you know, the first thing you should do as a step isn't bring a demon envoy. Oh my god, you deserve to die in the worst way possible, all alone, frozen, cold, in despair in the desert. MP cost reduced by 30%, that is huge, and cooldown reduced by 30. So now I have 30 plus 30 on my thing, and with this 20, it's 90, right? Yay, 10% critical extra, yay. Where is it? Where's the stupid ring? There we go. 41% critical. I wish you could add another 10% critical here. Huh? What the? Excuse me, what the? This time it wasn't inside the boss room. See, variety in gameplay. That doesn't make any sense. There's a lot of rooms to go in, man. Okay, now the developer is buying time again with this miscellaneous, like, endgame scenario quest. What the developer opened up the book of game development and literally just read the page on how to buy time with everything. Oh, I forgot to put something on my boots. Whoops. No, I lost my buff. Okay, don't start with this bullshit, man. Did she die, or are they still casting spells up there? What the? Huh? But we have nothing else to buy. No, it's... Man, just get hit, please. There of Carla, second entry. My regret was my failure to save my sister while Grok wished he was with Carly. That day, perhaps he could have saved her. I'm disappointed and angered at humanity. How could they so easily turn on me and Carly after all we've done for them? Grok was filled with bitterness and vengeance for mankind, for they have taken his lover, who sought nothing more than bring peace to both kinds. I finally achieved the same conclusion as he did. Humanity should just disappear. I pledged my soul to the demons and joined Grok. Now Garok has started his genocidal quest to rid the world of the pest that is humanity. There will be no negotiation whatsoever. Peace was not an option. I shared every single knowledge I knew with Garok. With this, the demon's victory over mankind is assured. There'll be no tomorrow left. Good. See? Nepotism. Don't ask me why warriors in this universe just went around dispersing their notes all over the place. I don't know what that's about. I guess it's lore, huh? Ah, the undead crystals don't take damage from that. Because technically they're not zombies, I guess. But that one is a zombie. Figure out what the difference is. I guess it's the color hue. See, the difference between a frozen zombie and normal zombie is that one of them is weaker against holy magic because ice protects you. Maybe that's the reason why the heavens don't answer Earth anymore? They don't answer Earth anymore because of water in the sky, rain. Can you imagine if clouds are the reason we can't communicate with heaven? It would be so funny. Global warming is the reason we can't connect with heaven anymore. Narvkala, tree. I heard that Garok is slain by the combined forces of Real Alisa and the last descent of the hero, an unexpected development. The morale of the demon kind is completely crumbled. If the strongest of their kind is defeatable, what chances will they have? That includes me, the traitor. They would never let me live. Someday will eventually come, but I'll not run away. If they all come, then I'll gladly accept my fate. Come fight me at Garok's fortress. If you're ready, this sooner or later, one of us will have to perish. Finish this! Carla. Oh, beautiful Carla, bye. Find Carla. Look at that! Oh, she did some cleanup around here. She cleaned up the rubble in front of the main door. Carla, what have you done to yourself? Carla, what are you carrying? Is that a head? So, you've arrived. Did Bianca send you? Nice to meet you, Carla. I've heard stories about you from Bianca. And I've learned about your sister too. My condolences. Very nonchalant about the entire thing, huh? I'm the fastest griever alive. It's not too late, Carla. You can come with me and you can explain everything to everyone, even though they didn't listen to you. It's no use, girl. Do you really think they'll see reasons when I look like this? Can't you see I'm already one of them? All the demons must be eliminated. Such is the desire of humanity. All human must be terminated. Such is the desire of demonkind. We'll never see eye to eyes. Eyes to eyes. I guess multiple eyes. You're right, not eye to eye, eyes to eyes. My sister's death was a proof of that. Nobody wants to fight you, especially Bianca and Riel. So, what if I go back with you? What do you think might happen next? You'll meet the same fate as my sister. They'll accuse you of consorting with demons, bring another demon into their midst. We'll both be hanged and beheaded. Whether you used to be a captain or the world's savior, it doesn't matter. The moment you become friendly with the demons, you become the enemy of mankind. But I can't understand. I used to be just like you. We used to be oppressed, persecuted, crushed like helpless maggots. Don't get off now. We'll never forget such vengeance. Humans will never be friends with demons. Our kind are natural enemies after all. Garok and Carly were our best last chance to find reconcile. Now they're gone. So come, little girl. Fall by my hand and I'll return your head to Bianca. That will be my new declaration for the sake of Garok and my sister. Ah! No! What has society done to us? It can't end. Ah! It can't end like this, sister! Oh! The sad music! Oh! What cruelty has begotten us? Love cannot triumph anymore. I can't see why Garok lost. You're indeed strong, but in the future, someone stronger than Garok will surely appear. And we got the chance to know you, Carla. But at least I thank you for your service. May your soul find peace in death. Wow, game developer, you suck, honestly. I'm sorry, are you dropping low-level items? Out of the entire thing, I got a slightly stronger critical plus ring with a bonus. What a stupid game. Okay. So, what can you craft? I'm pretty sure I ran out of crafting things. Okay, this is it. And so it ends. Thank you so much for freeing Carla from the never-ending vengeance and hatred. I understand why Carla would hold grudge against us. Carly was like a sister to me. It broke my heart as much as Carla to see her die brutally. Not to mention, Carly was the only family she had left. The reason she fought in the first place was partly because of her sister. Without her, the entire world is as good as gone. You know, Carla was a big sister to me. I admired her, looked up to her, back when I took over. Don't mind the fact that I like tying people up. I was not sure at all if I could live up to her legacy. Nevertheless, those who remain must live on. And swear to my duty that I'll uphold and continue Carla's original idea. Someday... Did you learn nothing? Someday we'll vanquish the remaining enemies and bring peace to mankind once again by genocide. What, a second credit screen? There's no such thing, you know. That Demon Lord summoning ritual. That ditzy skank One Piece clumsily summoned here from another world thinking it's the Demon Lord. We killed the hero! Yes, Garok was summoned as a hero. It was only humans had worked. If only humans had worked with Garok, the demons would have been defeated for good. Alas, their foolishness and their animosity drove them to slaughter each other. Amusing, was it not? But then, why did the Demon Lord want to kill his own bloodline? Developer, please learn how to story. You're not Bethesda with 200 writers. Whatever. Our threat is finally gone. No need to rewind time to save my chosen pawn as their untimely deaths again. By eliminating Thorn to my side like the 4 Elder Fiends and Garok, you have all earned a reprieve for now. Enjoy whatever dirty socks you still have left, mortals. Because on your next generation, we'll return to the world and take back all that should be ours. I swear upon my name, from Nalika, the Empress who ruled over time, the world shall be mine again. Eons upon eons ago, there existed the Elder Fiends. However, they were divided into 2 factions, one sought to eradicate humanity, another meant to rule over mankind, making them slaves to their will. Whoever wins, we lose. Humanity therefore made their last-ditch effort to be free by summoning a savior from another world. Indeed, the hero was mighty beyond mighty, and before long the genocidal fraction of the Elder Fiends was defeated and sealed away. As for the other 4, they escaped through time with the power of Nalika, yet they would vigilantly watch and influence the world from time to time. Garok was a hero in a demonic body, and could live long enough to fight against those Elder Fiends. But now he has perished. From this point forward, there'll be no heroes from another world. Humanity must learn to walk with their own legs, for in time the remaining Elder Fiends will return to claim this world. This is a secret that was revealed to me by the world. Oh well, I don't know what the future holds, and I simply don't give a damn anymore. What, you want to become somebody's cock sleeve? Don't you love it how the developer is setting up sequels? I don't die in water here. I don't drown. What, the brine isn't gonna get me? How do boats even enter? So we don't trade with boats here, right? You can change your appearance with my glamour magic for the price of 5,000. What a beautiful game. Am I gonna start killing people? Okay, fine, let's go. Hey, watch it! Please stop! I already got 2 skulls and they one-shot me with my underwear on. It's gonna be the same animations. Yeah. No, open your eyes. Oh, look, she's squirming. So I kill somebody, they just slapped my ass. Huh? Oh, I killed you! I'm so strong that I can accidentally kill people. Are they gonna keep on slapping my ass, or are there different ones each time this time? No, just different girls gonna slap other girls' asses because they killed that one. The mage is laughing out of hysteria. There, thumbnail. Oh no, I'm defenseless. How could we sages betray each other so fast? No children this time. No old man, no children, and this time women are laughing at each other. Ah, I can't retry until I kill myself by... I'm the fastest! Do you think in the last few seconds before she dies, she just imagines herself as a really fast hedgehog? Oh, look, sound effect. Secretly, Sonic is her imagination before she dies. Yeah, she's dead. We got it. Thank you. Well, I guess go between areas and keep on doing this to get people off or something. I don't know. Plains of Forlorn. Oh, the Forlorn. Well, he's already dead. They died in one hit. Oh no, I died. What the? Wow, they were very cross with me. As he thought they were throwing shit, not gonna lie. Okay? Watch it! Hey, watch it! Hey, watch it! I'm watching it. Yeah? You get triggered! There we go, finally! Some respect! I can literally just right-click, spam right-click and keep on blocking. It's taking a while to kill me, huh? Oh, just that. Oh, look at her. What a sad day for Sonic to be in prison. Ah, holy magic doesn't attack victims. Oh no. What did I do? Is that real? No, I guess it's a real fangirl. Dressing up exactly like her. Can I go to sleep? No, I can't sleep my my nightmares away. And the head keeps on rolling because physics. Do you think she's gonna kick it like a football? No. Help! It's so cold, thank you for keeping me warm. See, that's why they have fire magic in the snow. Oh no, she's cold. Oh. This was a very punishing sentence because this tart didn't learn how to wear some dirty socks. I'm the fastest prisoner alive. Very funny. And, well, I wanted to get the second rank, my bad. Not my fault, you tarts are so close to each other. A little bit late there, you know, bombing your friend. Ah, okay, here's the French ending. I'm the fastest guillotine alive. Well, now dead, actually. I'm the fastest French dead. Not politician hero ever. Ah, rank 2. Oh no, I'm defenseless. She suffered terrible hypothermia. Our heroine suffered terrible thermophilia. It's not thermophilia, thermopump. Okay, so what about you? Actually, can I take care of your prisoners? Oh, illusion of choice. Oh, actually, you only have to kill me, right? Yeah. Are you gonna tie me up? Please do. she's gonna Palpatine me. I cast static. She was left for display. What exactly do you feed us? Is this a Geneva Convention here? Was there any place else that I'm missing? So what is... One of my skills is to surrender. So what is surrender? Oh. Just this? You have surrendered! Attempt to escape. Oh, why would this even be an option? You know, gameplay, I guess. You receive twice the damage while bound. Okay, wait, let me get this straight. I just go here, this guy notices me, and I'm like, oh no, I surrender. And then they capture me. I don't know where they put the large stick from or where they find the bondage gear, but okay. And then... What a pointless system! Why not make it part of the gameplay then? Okay, so instead of getting defeated and then trying to escape from there, I have to go, not fight them, not do anything, just go up to them, I do, oh no, I surrendered, and then... What happens if I press surrender again? I can't. So I press my button like this, and then right when the screen was about to do this, I start running away. And what? I go to a friendly NPC so they can help me? Oh dear, how'd you end up like that? Let me free you. No one, you could free yourself. That was quite a bondage. Thank you so much. And then if I go to the dog of course doesn't have bondage gear. It just kills me. I'm sorry, how does Skyrim have better mods than this? Just barely, like basically 1 second more and the screen would like start loading into defeat state. Just running around with a giant piece of wood. Can I teleport? No, okay. I don't think I'm gonna be able to teleport, right. Oh, real is 85. Okay, wait, what happens if I surrender to my own allies? Will they bondage me up? Yeah? I surrendered! Wow, the Geneva Convention was not an idea at all, huh? Riel, my love, this is all just for you. I can only surrender to you. They just... What a... You know, you think that feature might be useful if you hit people in the camp and you can get out of it as a last resort, but no, it's just for enemies to like get a pointless... It's not even part of the gameplay, man. How does Skyrim have better mods? Like, how does Skyrim have mod and community that are better than this? I'll never find out. Eternal Dread 3, everybody, Eternal Dread. Yay. Okay, G to the G. Yeah, actually the models this time around are fine. They definitely did improve the models, although they still left like a few old models back there. Also, it seems like they unified the bodies. So everybody has the same body with different armor things that you can share, yada yada yada. I still like the weird body type they have, these weird compressed shoulders. You know, the shoulders are... Basically the shoulders are inside the boobs, and the waist is completely outside the boobs. I just love that. Oh my god. I'm gonna guess this is for like the engineer or something. The skeleton ladies. Oh, the epitome of goleming. I wonder if they repurposed like those... Not assets, but you know those models that already exist. The hero that we killed because we're stupid. The girl's getting webbed. Well, I mean, you saw whatever you saw, right? Was there a cat? No, a stupid weird tiger. I'm gonna guess this is like hidden content somewhere. You know, they're going for a demographic. Of course. Very surprised when you remove your clothes, somehow you're actually wearing more than the other clothes, so you know that's a thing. I don't think these are assets. I definitely don't think these are assets, but there's definitely some kind of inconsistency between the model. I don't think it's the same people doing them. I think there's another person making the model or something. I just don't know what that's about, like, between the I guess they didn't, like... I guess so for some of the models, they just changed the textures. But yeah, whatever. 4K textures. Oh, I didn't check the file size. I'm letting myself go. The game was about 4 gigabytes. 4 gigabytes because they literally have 4K textures for some branches. So the developers want to make sure, like, nobody can play their game in the future. I'm telling you, the next game, Eternal Dread 4, is just going to be on the Unreal 5 engine with Lumen. Selena, when did I see you? I don't remember you posing like that. Hopefully I don't see any nudity. Like, there isn't, like, you know, a last-minute decision they made. All the ladies. This one. What can I say? Even the allies sometimes do war crimes, you know, they're victims. What's a little bit of good whipping for interrogation? A lot of 2K textures. Textures for the bodies of the enemies. Wow, this is a lot of textures. Aha, this is what I expected. So they did do this. Like, that's why you could customize your character. Same body type, wada, and just overlay. You know what this reminds me of? Those old, what do you call them? Remember those old games from... Huh? Wait, you could get the assassin armor? Huh? You could get unique armor somewhere. Whatever, hidden content, who cares? Yeah, but honestly, like, half of the armor sets were useless. What did I see? Com. Oh, you can become a communist. I'm gonna guess the artist was getting better over time, and these are like the first pictures they made for the game, and they forgot to go back and improve them. They're like Barbie dolls. There's nothing to see except their Ahego face when they get kicked in the nuts. Sorry, ovaries. What is this? Oh yeah, when you get captured. Oh yeah, the symbol for the class that you choose. I like how pointless that feature was. Well, you know, the usual. There's nothing else to see here. Yeah, whatever was in the game you saw. I'm gonna guess if you defeat the what do you call it? The succubus? I'm gonna guess if you defeat the succubus and you defeat also the assassin, you might get their armor or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, Eternal Dread 3. Welcome to the world ruled over by demons where mankind edges on the brink of extinction. I think they literally redid the same tagline as the other game. I liked how for 3 games they're using the same thing here. Very positive by 165 people. It released in 2023 and by Hitbear Studios again, and this time it's about 20 Canadian dollars, so give or take around 15 American higher. This time, what are the features? The game, you can create your own characters: warrior, ranger, mage, battle mage, guardian, rogue, sage. I like how by mistake I chose the best class again, even though they tried to nerf things. I like although how once again, they're not doing the UI correctly, they're not presenting the characters and what they're capable of. Just showing some random stats without numbers doesn't mean anything, especially if the game has numbers. Loads of game over scenarios. Yeah, although I think a lot of it was recycled from literally the first 2 games. The only addition I think was just pressing buttons to hit them. Embark on an epic adventure. Take your character to next level. I don't know what this means. I guess just flavor text. Oh, they're just saying you can upgrade your character like RPG. A second job in today's economy, yes. Past a certain point, you get to do double classes, which again is completely pointless. Would double classes even be useful? I think that they balanced it, like they had an idea how to mix the classes, it would make sense. But also again, the same story, you know, like if for example you choose warrior, I don't know what you'd want to synergize with. You know, because the thing is, if you don't get the stats, so what you want to do is, ironically enough, you want to find the highest stat of something as your base, because that's what's going to work from there, nothing else. So you find the highest stat that you want, like for example, you want HP, although I think it's like simply going magic or damage, not damage, sorry. magic or HP is how you should do it, especially for a warrior class. And then you pick the other class that might have the skills for damage. That's how you're gonna do it. So half of the skill mixing thing is completely useless if it doesn't have any synergy between them. And the synergy is like one or two things. Once again, shared stash is a feature that you can replay the game. Apparently my graphic card is the minimum for this game. Because they couldn't optimize textures, and the game still stuttered and dropped a lot of frame rates a lot of places. This game is as good as Assassin's Creed, God of War, The Witcher 3, Nier Automata, Sekiro. This game is the same as Sekiro because you can block. I think we reached a new low when a game like this is considered Sekiro-like because you can block. Just saying. Achievements! Let's see. Goblin Slayer, very funny. Craft one item, look mom, no hands, and the bosses, the bitter truth, I guess when you fight the final secret boss or whatever, Shadow Lord, Death Lord, slew the Chaos Knight, slew Gradok's remnants, successfully vanquished Gaiak. Okay, how do you do that? Is there any indication? Did you hint as to how to get to the optional stuff? Because you clearly didn't. I hated when developers that make an indie game, they put this much effort in hiding secret content. I think a game like this honestly cannot have secret content hidden. It should make it like obvious, and if the player wants to go to do that, they would. I mean, I would technically do all this content, but if it's hidden and it requires even so much as 1 hour of trying to figure out what they need to do, it's too much. The game cannot sustain it. So I don't know what this is. I don't even know where I'll find the dragon. Apparently the dragon came in and he just disappeared. Let's see. Sane Virus. I guess they're very sane. After 1.3 hours only of playing the game, they say it's a very fun little game. No sex though, just death. And people are laughing. This person was so funny that people are complimenting them on how sexy and cute they are. Atari Blem, a cat girl in bondage, says, while her nipples are covered in Chinese propaganda, says, I've played the previous titles and I want to mention that the developers have made a great deal of progress polishing the mechanics. The combat feels fair and was giving me an Elden Ring kind of... Remember, this game is the equivalent of Elden Ring. You can die easily if careless, but with close-up respawn points, you begin to feel comfortable experimenting with different equipment and skill builds. All in all, it was very enjoyable for a reasonable price. I don't know, for $20, having enemies just right spawn in front of you and spawn camp you, after 21 hours, by the way. And also, having enemies that basically can hit you through walls, one-shot you, even two-shot you. 90% of the mechanics are useless. I didn't know this was the equivalent of Elden Ring. I guess Elden Ring is a bad game then. Ha! Orta is back! Unbelievable. Recommended after 30 hours. Game for the H, there was no H. Stood for the gameplay, which is surprisingly fun, and I played until 6 AM before forcing myself to go to sleep. They had to force themselves to go to sleep at 6 AM. This is saying a lot about the kind of people that play this game. Wish there was H content. I wish the world would end, but here we are. Omicron, that is such a fan of the game that they put the succubus in there, says, didn't finish the second one, but this one does feel more encouraging to finish. Maybe because there's a character customization in it, also some VA, but not for storyline, sadly, for the plots. What do you mean no VA for the storyline? VA assumes voice acting everywhere. That's not how it works. It's a decent Riona Unity game. Again, it's not Riona. Street Fighter is more of a Riona game than this game. There is a reason sometimes you'll have videos on YouTube with 1 billion views of Street Fighter, and not games like this. I'm fine without H. I actually miss games that used to have grab attacks or capture or defeat scenes. Not instant blankout game overs, which this game ironically enough has. Which is a rare for a game nowadays, which is great for me of this game. I wish there are more of these kind of games. If I have to complain, that would be no mid-battle grabs. But most enemies do have a grab, like the Trent. There's some similar to grabs, but not the one I prefer. Okay, your preference is what you're talking about. Also, the storage limit is pain. There is too many items available to loot and the materials to save, and even the base inventory is not enough to contain them all. Even though story-wise kinda makes sense? Maybe. I think you confuse yourself over there. This has nothing got to do with the other thing. Where's the tramp stamp approval? Hey, Unknown is back. Tags, BDSM, bondage, Rihanna, gore, vor, torture, bikini, blindfold, gag, humiliation, and dark fantasy, missing torture porn. Overall, I'll rate this game 10 out of 10 for its target audience and generally for someone who's into the aforementioned tags. Some are fairly niche kinks, while some are questionable, depends on who you are. Thank you, who am I? Huge improvement compared to the previous two games. It's well polished and balanced this time. You know, if you want to get off, you can, I don't judge you. But can you at least pretend not to know when you're talking about games? I mean, I'm just saying, you know, I know a lot of people are into porn. I know the type of people who are into game porn. Let's just say they don't think too well, okay? These are the same type of people who are complaining if they don't have pregnancy in their game. Coomer brain is strong. I wish Coomer brain would stop saying a game is balanced or like Elden Ring. The main story continuing with Grok can be done within 15 to 20 hours of playtime on normal difficulty. Decent game, fairly simple and straightforward. Once again, only recommend this to someone who knows what they're getting themselves into and not for someone who is still pure, innocent, untainted. I think if they're on this page, you don't need this. If Bikini Warrior anime were to have a game, this is it. I don't remember any anime with bikini warriors inside which has decapitation, but okay. A YouTuber with cat girls fondling each other says, this game has impressive features of game over scenarios. Defeat in battle can lead to grim consequences and a reminder to talk to your parents. This adds to the realism and challenge of the game. What realism? Why do people just use words, man? Each word has a specific meaning, man. Just use the correct words. You don't need to have a verbal diarrhea, man. Holy shit. Another great aspect of the game is the ability to explore different exotic locations around the world, where the waypoints are misaligned. Fight enemies with different skills and challenges. As you progress through the game and survive each combat, your character becomes stronger. Did you just literally copy and paste this, but thesaurus the entire words? Good for you. This cat girl just literally took the feature list and thesaurused it. They rewrote it as a school document. Eternal Dread is well designed with half of the systems missing. It has a great features which half of them are half-assed, and a unique storyline that apparently nobody's ever made, such as the bad guy being the good guy. It offers challenging gameplay and experience with a variety of classes and skills. However, it meant to be suitable for all players due to its grim atmosphere. You mean the atmosphere where the girls talk about fingering each other and then talk about war crimes? Yeah, you're right, what a whiplash. Cheaply slapped together, boring combat. Glad to see it takes elven blood to know bad stuff. The anime eyeball says, Eternal Dread is in fact not so eternal as I beat it. Very funny. And they have an entire telenovela here. More cat girls. It's always cat girls. A cat girl after about 24 hours says, do you think they played it within the same day? This game has a surprisingly enjoyable gameplay loop. Words, just random words. It is generally fun to try out different classes and mix skills abilities in various ways to create your own unique playstyle, or to test a completely new one. This is substantially more polished than the previous two, taking everything good about the series and giving more of it, but better. This includes the game over scenes, which are still the best part. Are they? I guess if I'm not into this kind of stuff, I can judge it, but, low JPEG polygons beating on each other, really, you know, it's not, I mean, compared to Skyrim, honestly, like, nah. Make sure you know what kind of game this is, though. It's still not the kind of game you'll want your innocent roommate to walk in on playing as you lose to an ogre. Or maybe that's what you want to do to invite them to an orgy. Otherwise, it's all ogre, huh? Okay. More suckies say, I finished the whole game and unlocked all the achievements. This game is actually better than many AAA games. Eat your heart out, Cyberpunk. Go and fuck yourselves. This is the new Cyberpunk. I like the combat system. Unlocking skills in the mid-game, you can pick your subclass, which makes the combat even more fun. Even though it's so badly thought out that it doesn't change anything. You can have only one main quest you can only have one main quest, which is quite interesting. That's the entire point of a main quest. It's only one. It's called a main quest for a reason. It's interesting, apparently, if a game has only one main quest, like every other game in existence. I hate it when games bombard you with 100 side quests, however, even though this game clearly had side quests that they put it in as the main quest to buy time. I like to see some in the game, like go kill 10 of this mob or collect this. They want more grind. Some can be quite challenging unless you pick Warrior and Guardian as subclass. You can't craft items. Apparently, Warrior and Guardian are the most powerful classes, according to them. Unfortunately, I ended up making my new character too powerful, namely Mage with one-shot everything. And now they contradicted themselves by saying apparently the Warrior and the Guardian class are not powerful, instead it's the Mage. Game runs very well. Kawaii action casual 3D beat them up, says the cat girl. The 4 cat girls just all hands on each other. Notably, the 2D 3D girls are very cute. The 2D 3D. You don't need to specify, so you mean all the girls, right? On the other hand, the icky situations include not only sexual, also many Rihanna. What do you mean not only sexual? There's nothing sexual. 182 pedophiles. Sorry. Where's the tramp stamp? Where's the tramp stamp? Oh, come on. Oh, Noob Potato is back! It's great! I've been waiting for this sequel. Noob Potato after 30 hours is like, it's great! I've been waiting for the sequel for years and it's worth it. But seriously, would it be much better if there is a patch to add real nudity, H and R18G content for children? This game has huge potential, but I always think that developers are being too prudent. Nice game! Thank you, Tumon. Grind the game, very fun. Whatever. I'm trying to see all the people from the previous one, what they're saying. Do you think this game lives up to their expectations? Cherry Grabber, he's gonna grab my cherry, says. 16 hours later, I really liked it so far with how much class and combinations there are. Even though there aren't. See what happens when people who don't play games play a game. They have no point of reference. Might go for a different playthrough or two, wink wink. As limited as the game seemed, it's a fairly decent action RPG. Bear in mind, I haven't finished it, but I'm enjoying it. We know why you didn't finish it. Really digging the surrender and escaping mechanic. And there we go. I don't know how this is a thing. I don't know what the point of this is. It's literally not even interesting. The orcs don't take you to the camp. You don't try to escape from the camp. You know, like for example, your character doesn't kill too many ogres in an area and they capture you. They take you to the camp so they don't kill you. And then you need to run away. Basically, every single part of the game is separate from itself. It's basically, let it sink in for a minute. Skyrim, with its modding community, has like more, like what can I say? The things in the Skyrim community, the mods, are more connected to each other. The mods are better connected than this game connected any system. The subclass system doesn't connect to anything. The questing system doesn't connect to anything. The entire armors with different builds, they don't connect with anything. Like, you know, if you want cooldown, it's only one armor and that's it. And the surrender and escape mechanic also doesn't connect to anything. There is no melding of systems. Everything feels like a system that's separate from each other. But hey, that's good enough for some people. So perhaps the experience penalty when you die, again, they want more grind in the game. God forbid these people just watch porn instead of wanting games to become bad or having to work for the captors before being set free. Now they want Minecraft and they want factions. Just go and play Skyrim, man. All the mods have that. Oh, and the game over animation brings more character to the game. They bring more character to the game. Getting sexually abused, you know, it's a je ne sais quoi. It brings the spice of life to life, as they say. I wish I was getting abused. The Ham says, Real, the heroine of ED1 and heroine of ED2 will also appear in ED3. Are you advertising the game? But seemingly only Selena the Warrior or Lisa the Mage may appear, ? Hoping other 4 can also get a chance. The entire review is about a question. I give the game 7.5 out of 10. The developers used a lot of artwork and resources from the first 2 games. The story is after the first two games by referencing characters, yada yada yada. The game price to me is appropriate for its size and quality. I mean, it's over 10. As soon as you're over 10, you can get more critical than this, but whatever. The game is challenging and you can add difficulty. You just have to go to the main menu to change it. Oh, that's how changing difficulty works. By the way, a lot of reviews this time around are not even funny. Actually, wait. I wanna check something. What happened to the tramp stamp? What happened to the tramp stamp homie? Did they change their avatar? Yeah, Tapunks! What happened to Tapunks? Oh, Tapunks didn't like the game! Oh, you know it's a bad game if even Tapunks doesn't like it. Hold on, where's Tapunks? Tactical Lolly. The first name I see is Tactical Lolly. No Potato is asking for information. Would like to know if there's any news from the new game. Any information is welcome. There's nothing new, there's only a patch. Okay, guys, the game came out in April, I think. March, April, May, June. Okay, let's say 3 months. The developer can't even rest for like a couple of months before starting. Maybe remove your cum stain from your blanket, man, empty your Coomer brain before. This guy's so hungry for gameplay for the next game that they are literally like, fuck the developer if they want to rest. I mean, I know make fun of the developer, but let's be honest. Fuck the developer if they want to rest for a few months, maybe spend it with their family. Maybe they have a sick dog, their dog is dying. They want to spend a few months with their dying dog. No. Fuck all of that. I want the game now. How dare the developer not in 30 days come out with a new game? You see why I make fun of situations like this? Because I know what Coomer brain does to people. Coomer brain is so bad, they can't think straight for 2 seconds. Can we respec in this game? On the most important features of the game, no, you can't. But apparently you can do it by editing the XML file. Yeah, this one actually. Int values, everything is an int value, like 0 and 1. Okay, so apparently they're asking about that final lady, who speaks at the end of the game. So apparently, the hidden ending of ED2 is not even worth a penny anymore after the terrible retcon destruction of Garrock. See, I called it. I called it at the start. When they made a mess of the story and the way things interacted with each other. I did have a hunch the hidden ending got completely fucked by this game. And yeah, apparently that's what happened. I love the random retcons and the inconsistency on the lore. I think as an indie developer, you have a much easier job than a bigger studio with 200 employees, especially if you have 2 writers or 3 or an artist and a programmer that also want their story to be in the game. I think as a sole developer you have much better control, so it's pretty impressive when they fuck up something as basic as a story in this game. And apparently Eternal Tree is the final chapter, because that's what the developer said. Unless the developer changes their mind. I like how someone is really desperate. They're trying to, put away. Garrock could have had kids in secret with Lumina, Carla, and Naka in his harem. God, Jesus, they're so desperate for a sequel. H-Patch, where's the key? What if we had more enemies? Apparently there isn't enough. Let's see, H-Patch. With their only chant that they're waiting for a H-Patch. And yeah. They're having an entire verbal discussion. This person who bought the game is definitely would have liked the H version instead of the Guru Rihanna, whatever you call it. Then why did you buy the game, man? There is plenty of adult games out there. Why are you buying a game that doesn't have the content you want? Coomer brain. Nobody can insult me for insulting people with Coomer brain. This guy got the clap because... See, he got the clap because... The only reason to play a mediocre game like this is for the H content. Without that, it's just another crap game. Then don't buy it! The Deep Thought says, it's funny to me that Rihanna games don't need the adult-only restriction on them just because they don't show nudity, when arguably the content is more extreme than many a Rouge. Well, of course, America, bitch, violence is more acceptable than love. The cat is back, the governmental cat is back. Actually, it made me give an all-nighter. I played until 6 a.m. as an engineer. And not for the adult content. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Give excuses to yourself. At max difficulty, it's actually fun to get one shot. And the classes have a nice variety. Despite what it might look like, I didn't have this much fun playing an action RPG for a while, believe it or not. He's in denial. The pilot cat is in denial. The pilot cat in space is in denial that they're getting off to this. There's like, what, billions of action RPG games out there? This is what you fell in love with? Still wish the violence scene could be replaced with H. Do some people not think before they just type out words? Just saying. Do they not think? This is the hypocrisy of society. Shut the fuck up, you want this, man? What hypocrisy? Back when I was in high school, what, you abused girls? And we're talking about almost 20 years ago. We're talking more than 20 fucking years ago. Glad to see a boomer has no respect for anybody. I asked my professor of literature and philosophy. Yesterday I saw boobs on a cartoon. You're telling your professor of literature and philosophy that you saw cartoon boobs. Hey teacher, I saw cartoon boobs yesterday. The teacher is correcting papers and he's like, who the fuck starts a conversation like that? Is it worse than television or nudity or violence? He told me violence would be wrong about something as natural as nudity. Okay, Orda, shut the fuck up. They didn't happen. Just because you had a wet dream in the shower while drowning, that your teacher was like, yes, boobs are fine. I think people forget about this part. A lot of people like Orda, when they're asking the question, we want to show boobs in our movies and games, they can't forget that it's usually followed by violence. Okay? I don't know why people are so stupid that they forget about this point. A lot of times, boobies are completely fine to show. People just don't want to show them because otherwise your mom might get sad that her body is giving out. That is what's happening. Violence, whatever. But a lot of time when people like you Orda talk, you literally want what is essentially violence and boobies at the same time. You want this. Okay? Are you sure you want to keep on talking, Coomer brain? Because this is like adding two things together in a really violent way. That hypocrisy that we've conditioned with the moralist of there being something wrong with nudity or sex but normalizing violence in gory TV since forever. Because, also, sex on TV is gonna be shown wrong. Porn already unnormalized normal bodies. If you're gonna show sex on TV, we know it's gonna be shown. We already have Netflix just showing sex, right? And they show it wrong. They show it awkward. They show it... They don't even lie down a fucking towel during sex. You honestly think your pillows are gonna be clean after sex? Person who wants this is the one to talk. Did you tell your teacher you wanted this? Did you, Orda? Did you? Brother, it says nudity right there in the text. Can you not see the nudity with your own eyes? The marsupial says, bare midriff, shameful display of the ankle, and it saddens me to say, nothing covering her face. Some of these girls are not even wearing gym shorts. Look at Orda. They took it so seriously, they actually put the wall here. I'm pretty sure it was them. Check out this fan art, where there's actual nudity. Oh my god, they're going? Well, they're having a fight. You can't deal with the game being the way it is, then drop it already. Like I wrote earlier, this is but a Riona Guru game. If all you should read about some stuff at the amount of dead bodies, also no torture shown on screen when you fail. What? Life is about the urge, is life out that urged. What the fuck is happening? Do this, wow, this is a, Jesus Christ. Life out that urge to see it without harming actual real people. That's also what lolicon and every anime hentai is about, is to prevent, not to show. I'm sorry, are you saying hentai prevents sexual violence? What the fuck? Prevented by getting better at it as it is a punishment. I'm sorry, are you saying hentai is a punishment? I mean, I agree it's a punishment, but still, what the fuck? There are worse games out there. Depravia. Am I only the same person who beat that game without even as much as flinching about the content? What the fuck is happening? I'm sorry, is Snake trying to show off that they can watch violent content? That is not something to be proud of. That is like saying I got away with murder. How the fuck does that even work? So even when they add hit animations or punching to the game over screen, it should still be nothing. More cat girls, of course. A fascist, a snake, a cat, a pilot cat, and a snowstorm, and a cyberpunk, and a marsupial walk into a Steam forum and they absolutely go insane. I think lolicon is just a thing because the age of consent in Japan is 12. Although some weird provinces require... I thought it said some weird provinces. Although some provinces require higher age even though it's a statewide law. It kind of feels weird to have provincial law over state law. I'm sorry. Did you just say it kind of feels weird to have province law over state law? First of all, that's how 90% of the world works. Literally, provincial law overrides state law unless it's a federal law on a federal level, like let's say constitution. Otherwise, it's a provincial law. That always has priority over the more generic state law. State law, generally, a lot of people follow, and other things have their exception. Canada is also like that. But, I'm sorry, did you just say having a higher age of consent provincially is weird? You know, I feel like I'm watching Murders in the Making. Netflix can make an entire show out of this. Like in my country, the death penalty is removed since decades already, except for one province, which still has it on paper, but no one can receive a death penalty there because the country-wide law forbids it. That's not how this works. I don't know what country is. I guess you don't want to tell us our country, that is fine, but that's not how it works. It's there as a secondary thing in case they want to do it, and I'm pretty sure they can override it. This is a whole different story, especially... He's comparing the age of consent to the death penalty. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? The Cyberpunk says, if you're claiming the genre of game is actually preventative, you're implying that fans of it would want to torture and kill actual women if they couldn't play games like this. Do you realize how disturbing that is, right? Jabberwock. The people are playing this game. Do you honestly think other than cum in their brain? Do you think they're thinking? Do you think they have a single sense of... My dude, this person just compared the provincial law to state law of the age of consent being weird and compared it to the death penalty. What do you think? H-patch. That's all they say. Lol, I like how you pride yourself on being a psycho. You know, we reach a new law when a fascist tells somebody that they're a psycho. I mean, to be fair, they do have a point. To be fair, I do agree that any drone media, it's kind of fine as long as nobody in real life gets hurt. But if you do have urges like that and it's satisfying, it still means that you have a specific thing wrong with you. If you need to see somebody tortured, killed, and in any order, you're still fucked in the head. Oh, look at Orda. After claiming they talked about, boobs with their teacher and violence and how enlightened they are as a boomer, while they rent out their studio apartment for like $5,000 a month downtown in Toronto, now they say, I'll pay for a HDLC. So the entire argument here, for 1.5 pages, the entire argument boils down to, I would pay for a HDLC. The marsupial comes back in, flying to beat the shit out of everybody with his car and says, whenever I get banned from Minecraft, I experience a creeping urge to eat other animals in real life. It builds and builds to the point where it's almost overwhelming, and sometimes I sit in the window gazing lustily out at my neighbors, wishing I could dig into their flesh and tear out shreds of living muscle tissue to suck down my gullet. Fortunately, this doesn't happen very often, but I do occasionally get the urge to collect young women and store them in tasteful designer luggage. Will this game help me with that? Do you think the marsupial is like playing with his nipples while typing that? I do not have these urges, says the boomer, or the one described by Ein in the previous post, which was a joke. Glad to see they missed the joke. See? Boomer Coomer brain. Boomer Coomer brain! Holy shit, that's my stamp now. Hey guys, how is Eternal Dread? Eternal Dread is Coomer Broomer brain. I do not have these urges, or the one described by Ein in the previous post, which I hope was just joking to creep us out. You know, why does it feel this person literally has no friends? They're like 50 years old, they have no friends, they stay in a basement and they just play games like this and have arguments with people on the internet. You know, any other day I'd say go and touch grass or get a girlfriend, but I think getting a girlfriend is dangerous for the girl. But it's a fact that people like that exist, otherwise nobody would have even thought about filming things like the Serbian movie or the Hostel. Or Hostel. I'm sorry, are you stupid? The Serbian movie was made as a movie to show the hardships of the situation and how deprived some people are. The Serbian movie was not recorded for you to get off to! What the? Neither was a Hostel! I never watched those two films. Oh, explains opinions about things that you haven't seen. And other similars and never will. But somebody made them and some people watched them and that's a fact. Even I watched them, but not to get off. Like, do people not understand how and why the Serbian movie was made? Similarly, I have other not sexually violent needs, and video games help. My dude, if you have sexual needs, why are you writing about it on a forum for everybody to see? Like Dominatrix, for example, Twitch. We went from full-on violence to I like Dominatrix. You can tell. You can tell Orda fucked up big time. You can tell Orda is trying to do damage control. You can tell Orda is trying to do damage control because I'm pretty sure somebody sent them their IP address. So if people can avoid becoming a serial killer from the 70s, just like you, like Dahmer, Robert Bardell or others, I'm cool with it. See? If... See? All those stupid serial killers from the 70s. They clearly would not have existed if video games like this didn't exist. Stupid serial killers, if only they played video games instead of killing people. Kind of ironic that they are referencing the people that also had sexual under reasons for the violence that they did. That was very personal in the way they grew up. But yeah, I think Orda is like... I think this is an entire confession from Orda in the future if he commits a murder. However, this doesn't mean that if an entire DLC was added to replace the gore, I wouldn't buy it immediately. I would happily pay 10 to 15 euros for it. Basically double the game price. They're basically gonna pay the entire full game price again. Glad to see you are the reason in today's economy money has no value. In case people don't know this, everything that we do, we have a footprint. People like Orda are that footprint. When they dictate, $15 is how games get more expensive with less content. Personally, I'm unfazed by gore. If it was removed, I wouldn't notice. My dude. We had an entire argument here. What the fuck are you even talking about now? He's backing out. He's backing out. This guy fucked up so bad. He knows what he did. He's backing out. Jabber comes in with some sense of normalcy and says, it was a joke. Anyway, I'm on the edge of refunding this game because there's no option to disable the gore. Too bad you didn't refund it. Matthias started reading some of the comments in the discussion forums. I play plenty of violent games, but framing torture and death like this in pornographic materials crossing a line. Trying really hard not to be judgmental, but it is definitely not my thing personally. Well, you should have refunded it. This is the type of game it was. Jabber, I had so much hope for you, man. You look normal. So yeah, I'd like to see stuff replaced with H, but I thought were going to happen. It's a shame. Because I like the rest of the game and the Bikini Warriors kicking ass aren't common as they should be. My dude, just install mods for Skyrim. And even just wait to toggle off the dismemberment would be enough. Mr. Kill comes in for the kill and says, almost all executions and tortures are entirely skippable. Not really. The ones that aren't skippable are the ones that show up if you stupidly attack down members and do a good job on the rampage. No, not really. Everything else is player controlled. Nope, you're wrong. I mean, I guess you kill brain cells more than anything. Guys, I'm not into little girls getting railed. I just think Soju Ramune is a dramatic masterpiece with multidimensional characters and enthralling setting. Okay, my bad. I think Hex Oni-chan is not a fascist. Sorry, it's because of the picture. You know, the artist of this picture is a fascist, basically. I think they're also a racist. Apparently, they're a normal person. They're a normal human functional being. My bad for judging them as a fascist because of the avatar. The Ahego face is the most normal person around here. You know, when you get sex, I think you end up being normal, right? Unlike me. Please add nude mod. It does not make the game better, it made the game perfect. The most normal person as well. The Green Frog says, is this really a Guru game? I mean, seriously, girl, like Demonophobia. I played Eternal Dread 1, it looked like just a normal action RPG game, but with some violent game over scenes. It's so blah. Some organs and decapitations, like Dead Space levels of gore. Dead Space levels of gore! The cartoony explosions of your intestines flying all over the place are equivalent to Dead Space. Ha! Next time Electronic Arts spends millions on artists, remember, fuck them, they should have just done this. From gameplay, this game would be something like Seed of the Dead. Very funny. Or is this a game? I don't know. Just even more like Bitism, like Ruffle. I wonder if I should get Seems Funny when you get caught. Wolf's Blood. It seems funny when you get caught. It's funny. Maybe I should buy it on discount. No Potato is back. Maybe you can calm down all these idiots. Let's hope this would happen since they have more budget now. Oh, dynamic game over nudity. +1. What is this silly DLC or mod? Huh? Is there porn? The Cat Girl says, with a mask on, what is this silly DLC or mod? In this DLC, you're a male goblin orc ogre. The humans have found a way to turn monsters and demons into human. Your goal is to escape after being made human. The girls intend to milk you dry until you die of sexual exhaustion. So far, the most normal person on these forums. Yeah, they wanna get my seed. The ghost of Grok instructs you on an exodus to his former world. You and your brothers flee this planet like how Moses let his people out of Egypt. Oh! Sluts! Let my people go! Oh my god! Do you think Super Saint Legend? I think Super Saint Legend read the Bible? They read the Bible! And they're like, the girls intend to milk you dry. And the ghost, the Holy Spirit of Grok, tells you to leave this world. So you, a pretty looking femboy orc or goblin, decides to run away with your brothers like Moses out of Egypt. You're wearing the robes, the beard. You just turn around. There's like an entire army of skanks on the field. And you shout, let my people go, sluts. And then he parts the ocean. Away from those snoo monsters on thirsty human women. The demon prince, son of Grok, was accompany you on a long adventure towards the portal. Do you think the human women come at night and steal one of you brothers away? I like how it says brothers. Brothers! Our seed! We need to run just with our loincloths on. Oh! Oh my god, thank you so much, Super Saiyan Legend. You're a real legend, thank you. Weirdly creative of you. Oh, important questions. Are they? Why do cannibals don't remove the clothes of their food? Winky face. Blaze? Blaze, were you complaining about age of consent? When you literally type the words, why do cannibals don't remove clothes of their food? How about I move your clothes, man? Let's see how that works out. Maybe they want the extra fiber, man. It's actually some similar question. It's unacceptable to cook your food while you're still wearing clothes because, you know, cows are known to wear clothes. Also, even if the dev doesn't feel like making them nude, I wish they could at least show the remains of the cooked body parts. The potato! Holy shit, man! Fuck me! Oh my god, these people! Isn't a cannibal the only class of monster not being Okay, no potato, my dude, holy shit, how many fetishes do you have? Isn't a cannibal the only class of monster not being wasteful? How the monsters treat female humans, the rest of them. Torture! R8, R15 level of harassment, succubus only. I didn't know getting whipped until you bled was like a teenager thing, but okay. A little bit of guru, decoration, roasted bodies, no H. Meh. Cannibal. Barbecue, no H and guru. Sad. Yummy. What about the giant toad? Picky eaters and food wasters, a bloody criminal. They cook their clothes, thus making them unusable, which is a waste. Challenge failed. Maybe they eat the clothes as well. We will never know. We will never know. What a tragedy. How can this happen? We'll never know how we eat girls. Too bad none of you around here eat girls, huh? Is silence useless to enemies? Yes, they are. They're completely useless. Every single enemy, either frozen, rock hard, or silenced, can still use their attack spells and everything, because the developer didn't care. Isn't there a kidnap for this game? You mean they want to kidnap the entire game off the servers? When Lumine wanted to make the player her own toy, I expected a special event like ED2, but even if defeated by Naka or Lumine, it does nothing. Isn't there a kidnap in ED3? ED3 doesn't have kidnap escape scenes from ED2. Neither did ET2, what are you talking about? Yeah, what are you talking about? Listen, this guy crashed his plane, okay? He doesn't know what he's talking about. Just beat the game and I'm feeling empty now. Potato is feeling empty. Just beat the game now and I'm feeling empty. All I need is Eternal Dread 4. Okay, I'm sorry, when did the game come out? When did it come out? March 10. This guy finished the game in 1 day! No Potato finished the game in 1 fucking day! Holy shit, man! Just beat the game now, I'm feeling empty in 24 hours. All I need is Eternal Dread 4. Let's hope it to come out soon and we don't need to suffer for another 3 years of waiting. Man, the waiting is so long and painful. Meanwhile, I watched some game over scenes of ED2 on YouTube, says Blizz. See what a real man they are. Completely unaware the games are available on Steam. Where else do you sell games, man? Simply checked the new releases and was like, Eternal Dread? Sounds familiar. That said, I was actually waiting for the release of a completely different game when I discovered ED3, and then it caught me in a small dilemma. Because I had not enough Steam cash to buy both games, and my supermarket don't always have Steam cards available and already closed when I stumbled upon ED3. So buy it the next day? You don't need to buy it on the... You're lying! BlizzCon, shut the fuck up. You're lying. You literally bought this within the day that it was released. Shut the fuck up. What I need most is to know how the story goes. Starting all over again with different classes is still fun. It's also what I'm doing now. But starting all over and over again also makes you feel like you're trapped in a limbo. Okay. I'm afraid Yuri says, who apparently has all the information about the game, says, I'm afraid Eternal Dread 3 is the final game made by Hitper Studios, since Griever might plan to make Eternal Dread Creation Kit or something related to Eternal Dread, so fans can make a fan game of Eternal Dread. Okay, I feel like they should maybe put this here, but okay. Now I understand why the green-haired girl says she won't get herself into trouble anymore in the ending, despite there even being a bigger crisis coming truest than Eternal Dread. Shut the fuck up! Thanks for the info, it's still good to know that they're still creating good stuff still. I'm thinking if there may be more ways than buying the game to support the studio. Are you just gonna marry the developer? It'll be much easier for me if they own a Patreon or Fantia page. What's a Fantia? I don't want to Google that, man. I don't want to see anything. Love this game. This game really attracts me. You're welcome. It's amazing no game attracted me like this before. Santa Jesu, man. German boy be liking that game. Good! None of you are as good as Noobtato, man. 9 days to go, my friends. Noobtato! 9 days to go, my friends! 9 days to go, my friends! Can't wait! Me too! Gonna be sweet, man! 5 days! I'm so excited! Yes! There's no news on the hub. Is this release date really actual? I think it's actual on the Facebook. The official account that nobody uses except boomers. Also, they said release date wherever it can't be fake. From 6 PM to 7 PM left till Steam release just. Sorry, GST, not just. After years of waiting, it's finally here. After years of waiting, it's finally here. I love ED1 and 2. The only thing I believe it's missing is the lack of R18G and R18 content. What's G, man? I mean, it's like watching a fine adult. It's like watching a fine adult. Yeah. Oh! Man, I shouldn't be sweating this much in my room from all the laughing. It's like watching a fine adult video. Do you think they sip wine, champagne with their cheeses and meats? They make a fine platery there with... Oh! Do you think they wear their tuxedo, but they're just in their boxers, just with a tuxedo at the top, and their genitals are exposed, and they have lotion, high quality lotion in the corner? It's like watching a fine adult video, but all the actors are wearing clothes. You mean, what the fuck? Which is weird and unsatisfying. How long haven't you left your basement? Are you trapped? Is this Morse code? Do you need help? I thought that ED3 is going to be much more different than ED1 and 2, but I do hope that there'll be patches or mods to make it happen. I agree! I don't mind too much. Oh, Goodwill is back. On Goodwill. I don't mind too much. Anyways, I thought this would be in. I'll be pretty surprised if it is. But I do hope the game overs have more animations to it. Most of the game overs in previous games were the screens fading to you to your executed character. It'd be cool if there was the animation showing the execution. This guy coomed so hard that he forgot that in the previous 2 games, they do actually show your character getting tortured and killed. I just love how much they coomed that they forgot. Jesus Christ! I can't! I finally waited after all these years. I can't anymore. I can't just look at my avatar with all the cat girls squirting all over the place. Did Steam allow that? Okay, whatever, man. I said whatever needed to be said about the game, honestly, while playing it. That's one of the things I'm gonna say, definitely. Yeah. Look, the girl's getting tortured. God, what a shit show, honestly, sometimes these things are. This game is compared to Devil May Cry. You can either buy Devil May Cry for $40, I think. For double the price, you can buy Devil May Cry. Or for half the price, you can buy this game. Oh, look at the archer. Oh, she's archering. Oh, the mage! Okay. I should really stop making fun of people, but... yeah, I wouldn't have any problem. I wouldn't be making fun of people if they just admitted why they're buying the game and why they're into this. It's just they take it too far. They always take it too far. They'll say stuff like this game is better than Elden Ring, I mean, for shame, guys. I mean, like seriously, a game that looks like it was built on $5 is better than a game that had $100 like not 100 million, but like let's say, I'm pretty sure their coffee budget was 1 million. You know, you can't compare those two. Just admit it, it's an indie game that gets you off and move on with life. And maybe don't harass the developer by asking them to literally make a game as soon as possible.